So how will we understand them as teachers? Let's start with us first, because we will be better at teaching if we understand our targets. So we're going to unwrap the standards with your team. Now, I will tell you that Dr. Marzano unpacks, Doug Reeves and Larry Ainsworth unwrap. There's Rick Stiggins deconstructs. It doesn't matter what you do, just do it, okay? Because what you're trying to do is arrive at the meaning. Now, I choose with the Common Core to unwrap. And the reason I choose to unwrap and show this to you is because I think we're still trying to figure out what the Common Core means. And I think the unwrapping process gets us clearer about the meaning inside of the Common Core. So I choose for these purposes to unwrap. So really what you're doing, and you don't do this alone, because everything you see on the screen, Sharon Kramer did by herself. And when Sharon Kramer brainstorms with Sharon Kramer, it's not a very deep, rich conversation. Okay, so we could debate some of the things I put up here. The reality is your team, you need to build shared knowledge around this. You need to do this collectively. So with your team, you want to answer, what does this standard mean? Do we all have a shared understanding? What are the embedded learning targets along the way? That's what you're really getting clear on when you unwrap. What would this look like if a student could actually do it? And then the next really important question is this one. What is the level of rigor required by this standard? Now, we can talk about this a lot, but an analysis of assessments we've been given over time says that most of our assessments are at the recall level. Now, most of you went to school with Bloom. How many of you went to school with Benjamin Bloom? Okay, all right. We all did. It came out in 1955. I mean, most of us, some of you weren't even born yet. I get it. Okay, all right. So the reality of this is that recall is at the lowest level. It's like playing Trivial Pursuit. So the reality of this is a new next generation assessments that we're seeing come out now, the released items from PARC or Smarter Balance, whichever system you are, really don't have anything at the mere recall level. Every test item is at a depth of knowledge level of 2 or 3, and they're even trying to develop depth of knowledge questions at 4. Given that, we have to stop playing Trivial Pursuit and figure out what the rigor is. And it's simple as this. How many thinking levels does a student need to go through to get the answer? That's what we need to know. And that's really, really important. I worked with a turnaround high school in Oklahoma City for the last 3 years, and the English department was a really great collaborative team, and they were working really, really hard, and they did a benchmark assessment close to the end of the year, and they had worked on point of view, and they were so excited about how they had worked on point of view, and they intervened for it, and they had they looked at data, they had their ducks in a row, they thought everything was great. Benchmark assessments, and the kids scored the lowest on point of view. They were just dejected, and they said to me, Sharon, can you come to our team meeting today? We need to talk. And I got in there, and I said, let's look at the questions on the benchmark. And as soon as we started looking at the questions on the benchmark, here's what happened. They realized that they were asking at the recall level, and the kids were asked to do something with that information in a different way. And so there was a mismatch between what kids were really being asked to do and what we were teaching. So it really needs to happen. And then if you're clear about all these things, it really leads to a good assessment design. So when you're trying to determine how will I check for understanding or how will I formatively assess, this helps you with that process.